Hello, crew of Dragoon, and welcome back to Studio Dragoon Gaming. I'm your host, Dragoon X77. I know it took a long time to get this other recording out. I apologize for that. Well, we're gonna get into it. This is the Ken walkthrough, Uppercut Brother number 2. You know what? This recording came out pretty interesting. You'll see what I'm talking about as we go through it. And I forgot in the last video to include the fact that Ken and Charlie share a stage in my hometown. But let's start with the first match. Ken versus Guy. Guy, as I told you, is pretty problematic because he does his graded hurricane kick, low, middle, high. I don't know why they did that in the first game. This doesn't make for good AI in my opinion, but it was an experiment. I found this playthrough would be a lot harder than the last one. As I said, and we got a Dragon Punch finish. Or at least Sorry Up a finish. But as I was saying, it was a lot harder. It was a lot harder this time around. I like this stage for some reason. Ryu and Guy share the stage. I like it. It's like I didn't even realize it like convenience stores in Japan. I mean, it makes sense though, but I mean, and a Shuriken finish for this match with Guy. That one did not take very long. Looks like Guy might have been a little tired or whatever. I don't know. Next up is Sodom. This is a character I really wish was in 4. I really like playing with him in this game, and in this playthrough, I'll go through a lot of his mechanics, but we'll get to that when we get to him. One of the things I love about his stage in particular is there's a lot of trains, a lot of Amtrak trains. Shoryuken finish. I grew up around trains because that's what the men in my family did. So if I have an affinity for trains, that it comes from that. I find with Sodom and Birdie, they were experimenting with the 360 character, or should I say grab character. Oh my goodness, Shinryuken finish, 9 hit. We got a perfect on this one too. But they were experimenting with those two characters, and I think they did a good job. I really did. Next up is Chun-Li. If I remember this match correctly, I think she kind of gave me a run in this one. I'm gonna tell you, I mean, seriously, she's really hard to fight. Like, when I get to the Alpha 2 walkthroughs, I think you'll see it more there than here. I don't know, maybe I just remember it differently, because when I played her in the arcade, she was hard as heck to beat. Shuriken finish, and I pretty much punished her with that level 2. Interesting, she came out with a Kikusho on that one. I noticed here the AI seemed to emphasize on the alpha counter because it usually changed the match around, and you could kind of force your way through a match instead of just goofed up that pop-up alpha counter like right there. I waited way too long, kind of like I did in the last one for the Ryu walkthrough. This doesn't look good for me. Up, and I lost that one. First loss on him. First recorded loss here. I waited proper time for that one, and I wasted a level 2. Why did I do that? Well, sometimes I force a spam Dragon Punch right after that. Heck, I do that on Street Fighter 4 too. It's a good way to catch your opponents off guard. Like you'll do a super and it feels like a throwaway and they're not expecting you to come right behind it, and then you spam like another move behind it. It becomes a chess game after that. And we got chip damage. Shoryurepa finish. Don't tell me Ashley unconscious. It's like fighting Sonic the Hedgehog. Okay, next up it's Sagat. Let's see what Sagat's got for us. Another thing about him, Sagat, when he gets into this mode where he wants to punish you, that's it. Just tiger, tiger, tiger. That just looks wrong. Him grabbing your entire head. I mean, Ryu and Kim are like 5'10", 5'11", like 160 some odd pounds. And this 300-pound beast just grabs you by the head. Up, there's my finest KO. And those of y'all not familiar with that term, it's more of a Capcom vs SNK 2 term. It basically means where if you're doing a super or a special and I cancel it with a super or a special, I can get a finest KO or more. I think it's a special. No, it's super, sorry. And I just think on those terms, especially since I've been playing Capcom vs SNK 2. Oh my goodness, there we are. Sorry, Sagat, looks like it fell down on the job there. Oh man. That Shoryurepa is unforgiving. It will just eat meter. Super Charlie. I might do a fan art with him with like an S on his chest or something like that, like a mix-up of Superman and Charlie's outfit. I wonder how that would come out. Anyway, to get to the whole New Orleans thing, I'm thinking this has to be the Riverwalk. I'm looking at it, it looks like the Riverwalk. I mean, I could be wrong, but it looks like what they did was just like they took pictures of the cityscape and just said, okay, we're just gonna add stuff here and there. Nice tech. And they just, because that looks like the Riverwalk. They look like that could be easily up. Shoryurepa finish. They look like that could easily be the Riverwalk. And funny enough, the arcade I used to play this game in is called Penny Arcade, but all the natives called it Pennyland. And it's been around since like my parents' day, when they had a number of pinball machines and stuff. Uh-oh, here we go. An unforgiving Shuriken 14 hit. My God. Ouch. Poor Charlie. That's another move that level 3 wise was just unforgiving. Ken just had a powerful arsenal, and we're going up against Rose here. Yeah, but Ken's arsenal is just unforgiving. That on top of the fact that obviously his flash is all get out. One of the biggest advantages Rose has is the fact that she can reflect fireballs. So if you want to spam a fireball, she just will shoot it right back at you. But in 4, I think they kind of, I don't know, I felt like they toned it down. And to Rose's detriment, it didn't work for her, because I liked her better in the Alpha series. And that was a dumb Alpha counter. Rule number 1, guys, don't Alpha counter fireballs. It's stupid. Don't do what I did. It looked like we got a 3-hit Shoryuken finish. Alpha countering fireballs it looks cool. Oh yeah, that's a devastating combo right there. It looks cool, but just don't do it. It sets you up. Uh-oh. Chip damage. Ouch. And I noticed the supers here, like when you know the background for the supers look like stained glass windows or sunlight. If I'm sipping a lot, guys, I'm sorry. My allergies are killing me. Next up is my road dog, Adon. I can't wait to do his walkthrough. But the funny thing about it is, and I'll go in depth when I do his walkthrough, I didn't play him in Alpha 1 at all. It just, his mechanics were just so clunky and wonky. They really fixed it in Alpha 2, like big time. Shuriken finish. Kim was really good at pressure combos. You'll see that when I get to Ryu. You'll see that. But you'll see what I'm talking about when I get to Adon's playthrough. His controls were just clunky as heck. It made it awkward for him to use. I mean, I understand this is his first time being played, but I love that move, Jackraw Rush Assault. But then, see, that's what I'm talking about. In Alpha 1 and 2, you can get sucked in, and it doesn't look like you're gonna get sucked in, but guess what? You're gonna get sucked in. In all other versions, uh-oh, here we go. It's voiceover time, people. Let's get to the boss battle. You're a hard man to find, Ryu. Everyone's talking about you now. Long time no see, still training. Still good enough to be you. We'll see about that. Now here's the thing I want to let everybody know about fighting Ryu, which makes, I mean, first of all, it makes an exciting match. I mean, this guy really has boss potential, but honestly, after fighting him and Akuma so many different times, I have this funny feeling that they have either similar AI or it's like slightly off. Try your rep and finish. I mean, I fought this battle here and on Alpha 2. I can tell you, Ryu is terribly hard. You can't let him control the match at all, because once he grabs hold of the control of the match, game over. You're going to lose. I promise you that. And don't think for a second you won't try to take hold of the match just because you have control of the match. See, look, he's getting started already. Gotta keep him back with alpha counters. See, he's not giving up. Look at that. Level 1 Shuriken finish. And that's the walkthrough, folks. You fight with the fury of a tiger, as do you, my friend. I must return to Japan. What are your plans, Ken? I must return home to America. Someone has issued a challenge to me. See you then. Take care.
You fight well, but why do you fight? For money, fame, or for the attention?
There's a man that I must defeat. Until that day, I will not stop. He must pay.
I wouldn't want to be him. By the way, my name is Eliza.
Here's the portion of the video that the title alluded to. A wild Akuma appeared. Now, when I did this recording, I guess I didn't pay attention to the fact that I had like 2 or 3 perfects and all those supers. And if you're not familiar with Street Fighter Alpha, what that basically means is that you basically unlock Akuma and you have to fight him as, you know, a boss. What he does, he slides in, kills your opponent, tosses him aside, and challenges you right then and there. So as you're watching this, you'll see basically how not to fight him because I lost. So let's get into it. And this caught me totally off guard, guys. I promise you. A wild Akuma appears. Man, I think I'm gonna do a voiceover maybe later for that. I don't know. Basically, I wanted to focus on the mechanics of fighting Akuma. And basically, look at that. This dude has way too much priority. Look how quick this dude is. That did nothing to him. Look at the damage that level 1 super did. Come on. That's wrong. Just Metsatsu and you're done. My friend Ulysses would definitely, that was a nice tech, by the way. What he would advise me to do is just play really cheap. Look at the priority. I was already in a super and his priority said, no, get down. Look at this, look at this. Ouch. That was painful to watch. And that's how not to fight Akuma. That's how you don't fight him, guys. A wild Akuma appeared. Now, that voice you heard playing Eliza was my beautiful wife, Trisha, who I'm really happy that she was able to pull this off. She did an awesome, awesome job voice acting. This was her first time doing anything like that. So I was amazed at how it came out. I, at first, was not wanting to put that fail video in, me getting, my ass handed to me by Akuma, but I threw it in anyway, so. I'm not sure who I'm gonna go for next. So, we'll see. Hopefully it won't be forever in a day me dropping the next video. Really enjoyed doing this here, so. If you guys enjoyed this video, enjoyed the this and the last video, feel free to subscribe and favorite this video. Upvote if you're on VidMe, thumbs up if you're on YouTube. Throw a tip my way to help me continue doing these, because they're not easy to do with me doing this in a full-time job. Being a dad, being a husband, and all that. And if you're interested in fan art of this series or anything else that you possibly want, go to my Tumblr, studiodragoon.tumblr.com. I have a Patreon page where I will explain how all that will correlate to what I'm doing. So be on the lookout for that. And I will see you guys in the next one. Later.